Howdy everybody, it's Kentucky Ranger and Jewbug and Sissy and Mama.
Hi.
And me. I'm back here. And today we're gonna I like the little fire.
We got our own fireside chat going on here.
We're gonna have a fireside chat. So anyhow, because we first started this, I don't know what the first 50 episodes was just interviewing you, talking about all your past. So if you want to know more about Mama, you got to go see those archives. But we thought we'd sit here. It's cold out and it's fixing to snow, and I don't know. We've recipe'd out. I haven't felt good, so I haven't went out and got anybody to interview. So I guess we just sit here and chit chat with Mama. We ain't chit chatted with Mama in a long time.
I know it.
Just sit here and chit chat.
Well, we've run out of stuff to chit chat about.
No, we ain't thought about what to talk about. So
they didn't give Mama a stress test the other day. They just asked her a question.
Didn't give her a stress test, but they did schedule her for an echocardiogram. So I've been through that. That's weird.
Does it hurt?
No. But they inject you with this goofy whatever it is.
No.
And then they put you on this inversion. Well, not, I shouldn't call it an inversion. They put you on this in this chair thing, and it tilts you. And then they do like what do they call that? Well, it's not. What do you do when you're pregnant with a
ultrasound?
Ultrasound. It's like an ultrasound, but it's not an ultrasound. It's what it does is it shows the blood flowing through your heart, in and out of your heart.
Yeah.
And they invert you, or they tilt you in different
to see
what's happening with your heart, and to see what it does, and to see if your blood's flowing the way it should. No, it's painless. It's just kind of weird.
Well, that lady said she listened to my heart and it sounded good.
Well, listening is one thing, but they can actually. It's interesting because if you watch, I'm not sure exactly how the technology works, but you can see the blood. I guess the blood going into the heart is red, and the blood coming out is blue. The color, not the actual.
Well,
it's like radar or something. It's weird the way it works, but it shows. Yeah, it shows how your blood's going in and out of your heart, and how efficiently your heart's pumping. Plus, it picks up if you got a bad heart valve.
Mm-hmm.
It'll pick up the blood coming back out of it, where it should be pumping in one direction. It's skipping and coming back.
Or is that a blockage?
No, your heart valve is giving out.
Oh.
I mean, they check all kinds of stuff when they do one of those. But they instead of an ultrasound, it's called an echocardiogram.
Mm.
It's interesting. You'll be able to sit there and watch them while they're doing it.
Oh.
But yeah, they'll.
Well, they have to get approval of Humana first.
Yeah, they haven't scheduled it.
Well,
yet.
yeah, that's the way it's stupid.
If Humana don't approve it, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
No, I don't either. But anyhow, I don't know. We gotta think of something to talk about.
This is a dreary old day. I ain't never in my life seen as much rain as we've had this past year.
This has been the funkiest winter I've
We
ever
have
seen.
not seen the sun for how long?
I don't
A couple
know.
weeks.
It's been a while. But it's supposed to have a flash freeze tonight. What is it, in the 50s up there?
It's in the 50s right now.
And it's been raining since this morning, and then it's supposed to just bottom out, and then all that rain is going to freeze.
It's going to freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to go to a wedding tomorrow, but if it's bad, I'm not going to try it.
Yeah, and that's going to get cold, and it's going to stay cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're claiming we're going to get, 3 to 6 inches or something. I don't know.
They
keep
don't
changing
know.
it.
They
Yeah.
really don't know. It depends on what that cold front does. I've been praying that it'll go north.
Hopefully. But well, one thing when you was young, when you was a kid, during the winter like this, how did you all stay warm?
We had a potbelly stove.
Wood or coal?
We had both. Had coal on the potbelly, and in the cook stove we had wood.
Well,
you know, and they kept that warm all the time.
Was you old enough to remember her mother's house?
Lord, very vaguely.
She still had a big pot-bellied stove. I spent the night there. In Akron. She still had a pot-bellied stove all those years and an outhouse. And I could still remember going to that outhouse. I hated it.
Yeah, it's funny because I'd say the way people lived back then, if you had a power outage, you really
didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter because you didn't heat the house with electricity like
we had electricity.
Yeah, you had.
There's a wire coming down from the ceiling with a
light
bulb.
Yeah, as far as
that was normal.
Yeah, as far as central air and that's all modern amenities like natural gas running to your house, electricity, and
no, we never had nothing like that. I remember in the summer, our air was you open the windows.
Yeah, got a breeze blowing.
Yeah,
and the flies are buzzing.
Well, we had screens for the windows.
Keep bugs out.
Screen doors and screen window screens, and but it was completely different then than now because everybody actually we're spoiled because and it's getting worse. I mean, all these fancy things that they're coming out with. I mean, it's just, they left me behind a long time ago.
See, the thing about it, people our age, not your age, but mine and Cherie's age, you know, we've grown accustomed to the modern things, and it's cool and everything. But if the powers to go off, we'd be like, oh man, you know, it'd be a hassle. We'd get over it.
Yeah.
But these young kids, and they're like in their 20s and their teens, well, they lose their minds.
They would, because now they wouldn't have their computers and their TVs and.
If the internet went down for an hour.
Yeah.
That's just like here not too long ago. YouTube went down for a couple hours. And they blew Twitter and Facebook up. It was the end of the world. It's like, oh my God, I can't watch my YouTube video.
Yeah.
We had to find our own entertainment. Remember the time you tried to crawl in the laundry chute?
She would have got stuck in there.
Oh, that's that house that we lived in.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful he didn't get in there because he would have got stuck.
Oh, they'd have had to tore the wall out.
I would have had to call the fire department to
And
rescue him.
We lived in was it the same house that had a dumbwaiter? It didn't work though.
I think it was.
And I was too young. I wanted to fix it.
Oh, did that have a...
It seemed like it did.
I don't remember that.
But it didn't work.
Yeah.
That was probably the same house because that was an old house.
Yeah, it had
it
like,
was.
I think the ropes for the lift system were rotted and it just completely, you couldn't get it to do
I think that
anything.
was a different house.
Yeah, I don't think, was that Holly Avenue?
Yeah.
But that,
Our entertainment was our bike. I lived on a bike.
Bicycles or toys, the dirt outside.
Yeah.
We'd put
Your swings.
playing cards. We'd
Yeah.
clip them to our wheels to make...
Yeah, to make them sound like motorcycles.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know, just, and that's one thing, back in the day, during the winter, because during the summer we'd get out and goof, but in the winter, well, you know, we still got out and goofed in the winter.
I lived outside even
Well,
in the
if
winter
it
time.
snowed,
It
you
was
guys would
cold.
go play in the snow.
We had a sled,
And,
remember?
Mm-hmm.
Our gloves would get wet. We'd come inside and lay them out to dry and warm up. We'd put socks on.
I know people, they'd have to be about our age to remember this. Remember them little gum boots? You'd put them over your shoes.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
little,
yeah.
they was about that tall.
Yeah.
They had a little button.
Yeah.
But I can remember that time that I had to walk to and from school? This back in the 60s. And it come awful a snowstorm, remember was?
Yeah.
And she got stuck home, couldn't come looking for me. I was
Well,
late getting home. I
was a baby.
Yeah.
I almost made it home when a neighbor, she called, found me
Well,
trudging through the snow in them little gum boots.
I called them and told them to go look
gum
for
boots. You mean galoshes?
And they were called gum boots.
Gum boots. Seemed like I remember they call them
I guess,
galoshes.
yeah, I think that was another name for them.
Yeah, they're just little rubber overshoes, I guess is another term they call
My
them.
pastor called them something else. I forget what she called them. I'd never heard that term before.
Well,
But I ain't seen them in years. I don't know if they even make them.
oh, well, I'm sure they still make them. They'd have to.
Yeah. I think
Now,
they do.
You know, I think we walked to school more than took the bus. Back in them days, they made you walk. I walked a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few schools we went to. We walked.
Yeah, they're Firestone Park.
Yeah,
It wasn't
well, it wasn't that far
that
from the
far
house.
from the house. And we lived in an old greenhouse. That was close.
It didn't seem like you
Yeah.
had as many creeps out.
No.
Well, nowadays, there's no way.
Lord have mercy.
I would have to
No, I wouldn't even trust
take you.
a block
Mm-mm.
nowadays.
Well, back in the day, they didn't need neighborhood watches because the neighborhoods kept an eye out anyway. You didn't have
Well,
to have
yeah.
a neighborhood watch.
Right.
That was just sort of a given that
You
everybody
just
took
knew.
care of everybody.
You just
yeah.
knew to run to the neighbors if you were closer to them. But see, nowadays it wouldn't do you no good because most of the women has to work to make ends meet, and there wouldn't be nobody home.
Yeah, I'd say there's certain times of the day that most neighborhoods are pretty much abandoned because
Everybody
everybody's
would be
at
at
work
work.
and the kids are at school and there's nobody around. Because that's one thing that's gone is the days the wife staying at home while the husband goes to work.
That went out the window years ago.
Yeah, and it's just our economy and the way things work. It's geared to where you both have to work unless
You have to.
unless you're wealthy, like you're a doctor or
Back when we were little, Dad was in the Air Force. What was it? You lived on 100 and how much was that a month?
$110.57 a month.
And with 2 little kids, and I forget, you could go and get a week's worth of groceries for next to nothing.
oh yeah.
Now you can get $100 worth of groceries and it won't last no time.
Well, that I went to IGA's, I could have carried them in. It was $47.
Yeah, $100.
I mean,
If you're real conservative, that gets you about a week's worth of food.
yeah.
Right at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get bread and oh my gosh, my sister-in-law in Florida
Yeah.
told me that one pack of cigarettes now is $7.
Woo.
I said, no way.
Well, when I quit smoking, that was at what, 2015? They were name brand. You could get the really generic ones pretty cheap, but I think the name brand ones were almost $6.
Really?
Oh Lord.
Glad I never
But
got hooked on.
When
I think
we were in Canada, I said the
I
day they're $3 pack, I'll quit.
was fixing to say, you know what a pack of cigarettes in Canada is?
I'd hate to even ask.
Last I heard, almost $30
Oh
for
my
one pack of
gosh.
cigarettes.
That'd be enough to make a person quit.
That's worse than drugs.
Now I might be wrong. I'm gonna have to put up on the screen, because I want to make sure I get my facts straight. But it seemed like the last time I heard they were right around $25, $27
Oh my
a pack.
gosh.
So that, for a carton of cigarettes in Canada, is like over $200 for a freaking carton of cigarettes. Now, they were expensive when we were up there. That was back in, what,
87?
86.
I think they were, what, $30 a carton then or something? They were about
$50 a carton, but that was back when a carton of cigarettes down here were like $8.
Yeah.
And it blew everybody's mind. We were extremely conservative when we was smoking up there because it's like, oh, we gonna make these last, eh?
Oh.
But no, it seems now, I might have my numbers wrong, but it just seems like the last I remember that for some reason it's like $27 for a pack of cigarettes. I might be wrong. But
I liked Canada, but even back then the cost of living there was expensive.
You're not kidding.
So, well, it's weird because certain things were cheap and other things were outrageous.
Well, the money exchange was really something because if you have American $10 and you get it cashed into Canadian, it was almost rich.
You know, all the travels that I did up in Canada, because we did that tour when y'all's bluegrass band went up there, but when I was working for hauling parts for Toyota, we'd go up to Canada every week. And I don't remember any place that I ever had any kind of hassle as far as the exchange rate and stuff with American money. And I guess Canadians, when they come down here, it's almost impossible. You know, you go to a store around here, it'd be like, well, we don't take that money. Mm-hmm. But I'd never run into that up in Canada. They were nice as could be.
Oh. Well, you have to exchange it.
No, yeah,
turn it into the Canadian.
It was such a normal thing for them that they pretty much knew what the daily exchange rate was. And there's places I'd go, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm not sure what the exchange rate is today." I'm like, "Well, don't worry about it. Whatever, you know, we'd stop and get something to eat."
I've still got some of that Canadian money. Yeah. So when I die, check and see if it amounts to anything.
I know they had some of the goofiest names for some of them coins and stuff.
You might cash them in and get rich.
What was the one that was, now my memory's completely gone. I think it was a weird looking coin. It had a duck or something on it. They called it something. What was it they called it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I can't remember because I think they had just come out with this new coin, and they a loonie. They called it a loonie because it had a loon on it, like a duck. I guess it's like a Canadian duck. So they called them like that. Was called a loonie, and then they had a name for another denomination. I can't remember. It was funny though, the names they had.
I was sick on that trip.
We stayed sick. It was pretty bad.
Do you remember when we went out sightseeing? It was you and me and Anton and Rick and Mark. I think we were all together in our car. And we, for whatever reason, didn't bring enough money with us and was running out of gas. And you stopped at this gas station and bought just like it was a mini amount of gas. It'd be like the equivalent of going to the gas station and paying $1.
Pumping a quart of,
Well, while we're sitting there at the pump, Donald decides to spray the inside of the car with his air freshener, and I was sick from that, whatever that was. I flew the window open, threw up all over outside, all over their pumps. He paid about $1 worth of gas, and we took off.
Oh, we laughed all the way back. I remember that because we got to thinking, here these idiots pull in here with Utah license plates, buy $1 worth of gasoline, puke all over our pump, and then just leave. They probably thought, what are these weird American people?
Do you remember that? When we was fixing to head back to Utah, we stopped at this motel because we was in 3 separate vehicles.
Yeah.
I got out.
Oh, that was a nightmare.
Dad got out over at his truck, was looking over the top of the truck over at me. He says, "Get back in the truck, your mom's mad."
Yeah.
Well, I got to laughing so hard I threw up all over the parking lot again.
Oh, Lord.
And we all took off. Well, by the time we got to the next motel, I was laughing so hard I couldn't hardly talk. I just
I'll
imagine
tell you,
what those people thought.
What a trip that was.
And I never did know why she was mad.
I don't remember.
And here we drove straight through from Salt Lake City up to, what was the first stop?
It was the border, just outside, what was the name of that park? In the Americans.
I cannot believe my mind just went blank.
Glacier.
Glacier National Park.
Oh, that was
Drove straight through from Salt Lake, huh?
That was on the Canadian side.
No,
Yeah, that was the first place you all was going to play.
Yeah, we were still on the American side, and they wouldn't let us
But no,
through
what
the border.
happened is we drove straight through, but when we got to the Canadian border, they wouldn't let us through because they had all their instruments and stuff.
It was your dad's fault.
Well, he was just trying to do the right thing.
Well, he was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't
if
know.
he would have kept his
Yeah, if he'd
mouth
have kept
shut,
his mouth shut, we'd have just went
they
on.
were going to
But he didn't.
motion us all
Yeah.
through.
But he said, hey, we got a bunch of crap load of instruments. Oh, you do, eh? Well, pull on over. We're going to have to see this.
Yeah, and then they said, how much are your instruments worth? And
Oh,
he told
it was
them
ridiculous.
the truth.
Yeah, so they wanted him to pay like $10,000 in duty fees.
Yeah.
It was
He's
up
like,
there.
we ain't got that kind of money. What are you all talking about? Oh, you're going to come up here and sell those instruments and make a lot of money and take it back to the United States, eh? I'm like, no, we're coming up here to play bluegrass music.
Do you remember what happened when we tried to go to the next border crossing?
Well, yeah, they called. They knew we were coming.
Yeah, but we tried to play stupid like we was just going to a
we were
bluegrass
just
festival.
going. Yeah, that made it even worse.
It did. We should
So
have
the
just
first
stayed
place,
right there.
well, the first place we stopped at, we didn't stay there all that long. Maybe a half an hour or something, and then we left. So that Dad had the bright idea. We went back down there. We'll head on over and we'll try to cross somewhere else. They weren't stupid.
Mm-hmm.
The call went out. Hey, these 3 idiots from Utah, be on the lookout. 2 Isuzu pickup trucks and the
There was
Isuzu
3?
Trooper.
Oh, that's right, yeah. We had a trooper.
Yeah, Dad's Isuzu pickup, Mark's Isuzu pickup, and Anton's and yours Trooper, Isuzu Trooper. Boy, it was like a factory representatives for Isuzu back then. But what's funny, we pulled into that, trying to act stupid like that was going to work.
Yeah.
And then they detained us. They called us in. They didn't just turn us away. They called us. So we was sitting there for what, 7 hours or something?
Oh, it seemed like
ridiculous.
forever.
Well, see, I thought I was going to go because we're half an hour from where we were going to play.
Yeah.
My plan was to go and get some sleep because we'd been up all night and then go and play that evening. By the time they finally let us through, we had what, about a half hour?
If that.
Maybe, yeah, to go, get our rooms, change clothes, and be
Set
down.
up, tune up, and play. After driving straight through from Salt Lake,
And
it was
then-
what, like 600-700 miles, something like that. It was a long drive.
Ways, yeah.
And then they didn't want us to leave. They played us to death.
Yeah.
That woman though that hired us there, she's the one that got us across.
Yeah, they
Oh
went over
yeah,
the
it
beds.
it turned into an international incident. They were on the topic of national radio.
And then when they knew they was going to have to let us
stuff.
through, that guy on the typewriter was going,
Oh yeah, he was a jerk. You remember I took pictures of him.
Mm-hmm.
You said, "What are you taking pictures of?" I said, I've never seen an asshole in person. I just want to make sure I got it. I'm sorry I cussed, but he was a real jerk, and she's not making it up. He sat there as slow as he could typing.
that's when Mark looked at Rick. We had our banjo player was Mexican. Mark said to that guy, "You're treating us like a bunch of wetbacks," and they looked over
Oh God,
at Rick and said,
yeah,
"I'm sorry,
sorry,
Rick."
Rick." Well, he separated everybody and was interviewing like we were criminals. They were, oh my God. But other than that, once we got up into Canada, Western Canada,
We had fun
Lord,
once we got
nicest
through the-
people.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah, they were.
But yeah, I'll never that dude. He just kind of, he didn't even look. He just kind of, because he heard what I said to her. But he didn't say anything. I was expecting him, well, you put that camera away, eh? But they didn't. But he did. He just kept typing, plump, plump, plump. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
It was quite an experience.
It really, I mean, it was fun once we got up there. Where was it? We ended up, Lord, we was almost up to Alaska. Where was that festival? Peace River? Peace River, wasn't it?
Where was that? British Columbia. Chetwynd.
Yeah, Chetwynd.
Yeah.
Rollers.
Yeah, we was up there.
Remember when we was trying to find where those hang glider people was coming down?
Yeah, we seen the bears.
Yeah, we took off. There must have been 30 or 40 of the bears. They were everywhere.
Yeah, my camera, I left the camera bag back at the festival, and all I had was a 50mm lens, and I was snapping pictures, and I developed them later on. But look, there's a bear. Where? It's a little teeny little dot in the middle. It's like right there, that little black speck.
They were everywhere.
It was beautiful up there.
That was a perfect spot for hang glider.
It's been about a half hour.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up. I'm sorry we really got a whole much content this week, but the weather's been crappy. I ain't been feeling good.
Probably a yum box next time.
Yeah, we got the yum box will be next week, and then we'll do the recipe out of it, whatever country it comes from.
Yeah,
those are fun.
Yeah, the last one was pretty cool because it was from everywhere. Is that Christmas one?
I got a recipe that we found on Mr. Food Test Kitchen on the news. We might try that. Homemade marshmallows.
Homemade marshmallows.
Yes, absolutely.
That looked really good.
We'll make a batch before we, test batch.
One thing you have to do is figure out how to home make some mincemeat, make some more of those bars so that I can take some to Karla so she don't kill me.
Yeah, this is for Karla. I will find mincemeat.
We will find some mincemeat.
There's bound to be some
We will mince the meat.
Bound to be someplace that sells that during the year.
Why, sure, because there's a lot of people, different parts of the country use it.
Those were good bars.
Oh my God. Because the thing about them is, because mincemeat is extremely sweet. But where you spread it out real thin on that cookie-like stuff, oh man, just sitting here thinking about it, I want some. Get on Amazon, get some more mincemeat.
Well, they shouldn't make them so expensive.
Yeah.
I found them on Amazon, but man, one jar.
Well, I would say the ingredients and looking at how it's made, it's not easy to make it, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. So
well, the one
maybe that's why it's seasonal.
Used was raisins and apples and oranges.
Yeah, but it has to do, I guess, with the way it's made or something. I don't know. All I know is it ain't cheap.
There's real meat in real mincemeat.
Well, yeah.
I never knew that. I did not know that.
But we don't want the one that's got
meat. I don't think so.
No.
Maybe out of curiosity one day we'd try it just to see what...
You're going to pay dearly if you do.
Yeah, that's when we've got some crazy money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyhow, we're going to get off here and...
Junebug's tired.
Yeah, Junebug, she's tired. This is just kind of a
lazy day conversation.
Yeah, the holidays is wound down and everybody's wore out. And I'm not really that sore anymore from that surgery, but
that's good.
It's had me down. I'm getting back up though. So we'll get back on track. This is just sort of a hangout by the fire.
Yeah.
I tried to talk him into putting the camera for all three of us, but he said y'all already know what he looks like.
Well, yeah. Plus, it still ain't working because you're looking at me. I want you to look at the camera because the audience needs to know that.
Well,
they don't want to feel like they're peeking in the window, window peepers. Because you got to address the camera because the camera, that's the people looking.
Well, it's
of course I keep saying y'all, you're looking at me, so you're not, but you're still kind of looking at the camera.
Yeah.
But if I was to put it over on the other side of the room, we'd all be looking at each other, and the camera people be.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be.
What?
For you to look at each other and not the camera.
I don't know. Lord have mercy. I'm not a TV producer. I don't know.
It's up to
it
the
just seems like you
cameraman
address the camera. You don't address, I don't know. Put down the comments if you say, Ranger, you need to be in the next. You've got to get out from behind the camera. Because I do get out from behind the camera. It's not like I'm camera shy.
Yeah.
I like your reviews.
Yeah, that's something I'm dabbling in. I don't know. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
I'm having fun doing it.
I like that knife that you had the other day.
Oh, that's a cool knife. Yeah, Timeless Adventures sent that for Christmas.
That's a cool knife.
It is. It's an awesome knife. It's still sharp. It's still cutting. So, anyhow, get off of here, and hopefully everybody's having a nice Monday evening. And
hope y'all ain't getting rain or snow.
Yeah. What the weather's saying Monday, I think we're all going to be buried in snow. I don't know. It's going to get cold.
There's a lot of places it's already buried in the snow.
Yeah, there's a big Arctic cold front coming down. Yeah.
I'm ready for spring.
Yeah.
I cabin fever.
Lord, you ain't kidding.
Remember that time I got cabin fever and ended up with hypothermia?
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
I decided to go outside, do the laundry on a old washboard and a wringer, an old antique one I had.
That was back in the crazy days where you and Anton wanted to live oldie-timey.
Yeah.
We're going to do it like the pioneers.
Yeah.
Almost killed you. Like,
I went back
no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I went back in the house and just all of a sudden, just almost within just minutes, I started chilling, and her and a friend of hers was sitting there at the table drinking coffee, and I thought, well, I'll sit here and drink coffee with them, and I just kept getting colder and colder, and I finally went upstairs and got under all them quilts and electric blanket, and ended up I had hypothermia. That was the end of my pioneering days.
Anyhow, we're going to get off here. I keep saying that. This is what, the fourth time?
It's the fourth time.
We're ending it. So, anyhow, God bless everybody, and we continue prayers for everybody. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank. I tell you what, my memory seems to be going after these surgeries. I think that anesthesia does something to your memory. I keep blanking out. Happy trails.
Until we meet again.
Anyhow, God bless everybody, and we will see you next Monday. So, God bless. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Say bye, Junebug. She's like, I'm sleeping. Anyhow, God bless everybody. Take care.